Morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Markets are bouncing around. Yesterday we had a break as the funds were selling markets, concerned about trade and mostly a favorable weather outlook. Overnight prices are up, and so we keep bouncing around in some kind of trading range as the market tries to figure out what's going to happen in the trade issues with U.S. and China and what's going to happen in this year's summer weather. Some people are blaming a little bit of dryness that's popping up in Canada, maybe parts of the U.S., Australia, as helping wheat overnight come back from some of its lower prices. I think we'll be watching export sales today. Most people look for low numbers, but especially beans could turn on a dime if there's actually some resolution to the Chinese situation. China's not buying U.S. beans right now. They're not unloading U.S. beans. They're trying to buy from Brazil. And right now, Brazil is cheaper than the United States for the summer. The opposite is true in corn. South American corn premiums continue to rally and are well over U.S. prices and makes us competitive for corn exports. But still, the buyers are a little reluctant right now to see what kind of happens as far as U.S. is concerned. Our weather guy came out yesterday and says we're kind of in a transition period and focuses on parts of maybe southwest Iowa, Nebraska, and maybe northwest Kansas as drying out this summer with temperatures above normal. So we'll have to see how that impacts our final yield. So it did see one group thinking that D's corn is going to stay around $4 between now and into harvest. They were looking for maybe a 50 to 60 cent break in beans to get down to $9.50 November by the fall, and maybe trading somewhere around $4.60, $4.70 in December Chicago wheat if there's no weather problems. So again, that is more of a supply bear type thing for wheat and beans, and maybe a lower supply globally for corn that'll help corn prices versus beans and wheat. So we'll see what export sales have to say. We'll see what the weatherman says. Over the next 2 weeks, most of the Midwest should see normal rains, but we also could start seeing above normal temperatures. So these rains are pretty important to keep the crop moving along at what we consider an above average rating for corn and beans. As always, these are my thoughts, not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.